Yeah, man, this video right here, it's about Kendrick Lamar and his success, and if he's ever asked to sacrifice one of his peoples, somebody that he loves, himself, just like they do with every artist that's on top of the world. It happened to Tupac, it happened to Big, it happened to all that are on top of the world. They are asked to sacrifice something in return when it comes to the elites. Kendrick Lamar, as we know, is on top of the world. He is the #1 rapper in today's era. But remember, for everything that's good, there's something that's bad that comes along with it. It's Kendrick Lamar. Will Kendrick Lamar ever will sacrifice or put himself in that category? Or will he be and remain true to the pearly gates, to God, to the only God that we should serve, to serve not only God, but always do everything in the name of Jesus Christ? Or will he throw himself in the depths of hell to burn eternally and eternally in the depths of the fire? We don't know that. But one thing is for sure that we do know. These people will ask Kendrick to give something in return, to pay the price for them helping them, for him to being on top of the world, being on top of the charts. That's my Cash App right there. If y'all feel free, y'all want to donate something, y'all more than welcome. Man, I'll appreciate it. Anything helps, you know what I'm saying? Doing these videos, man, is hard work, you feel me? So anything is appreciative. If y'all can donate, man, I'll appreciate it for real, man. Real talk. We all know that Kendrick right now is on fire. He is unstoppable. You know what I mean? Selling out tours, stadiums, albums, singles, streaming 1 billion plus. You know what I mean? But one thing that we all know, just like I said before, he will be asked to sacrifice something. He will be asked to put something as the ultimate price. Will Kendrick Lamar fall, or will Kendrick Lamar prevail? Because remember, nothing exceeds and nothing will be to the finale or even be satisfiable when it comes to these people, when it comes to the elites, when it comes to the people in the industry. Rick Ross talked about it. Michael Jackson talked about it. Prince talked about it. So many talked about it. Whitney Houston talked about it. So many people talked about it. And most of them that talked about it, rather they're dead, they're gone, they're missing, or they went crazy. Kanye talked about it. Tupac talked about it. So many have rock and roll singers, and as you can see, the lead singer from Linkin Park, he wrote supposedly, allegedly, a letter of suicide. No, he was talking about the elites, and then I don't know where he ends up dead, which doesn't sit well with me. But let's just keep it 100. Will Kendrick Lamar explore himself to that level? Will he give up his soul? Will he sell his soul? Will he ever amount to that mentality and to that exposure to sell his soul to the devil, to make a deal with the devil, to sign his name in blood with the devil? I have not the slightest clue. From what I see, Kendrick Lamar is not the type. Kendrick Lamar doesn't look like he will even put himself in that predicament or in that category. But we have seen the best fall. And you can see who I'm getting at, Mr. Tupac Shakur. He did it to see what the Illuminati was about. Tupac did not believe in the Illuminati. That's why Tupac said, Illuminati, all through your body, blowing up like a 12-gauge shotty. Feel me? Come with me. But when he was in prison in New York and Rikers Island, they were telling him about the Illuminati, the elites, what they represent, the 33rds, the 32nds, the Freemasonry and all that. And Pac was like, man, I don't believe in that shit. But Pop decided to see what it was about. And when Pop found out what it was about, Pop was like, damn, these are the people that are after me and my family. Because remember, Coin Temple, the FBI, and everybody from the elites, they are all gathered within the same perspective. And you know what I'm saying? Scenario when it comes to you doing the devilish shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why the same thing happened with Malcolm X when our own people decided to sell out on Malcolm X, and that's why he was assassinated. You know what I'm saying? And the list goes on and on and on and on. But I really don't see Kendrick Lamar doing this. But once again, like I said, you never know if they amount the price and if the price is right, and if he decides to do that, you know there's no coming back after that. That's it. Once you write your name in blood, and once you make the ultimate sacrifice, and once you put yourself in that level, there is no turning back. As you can see, Michael Jackson and the Prince, they try to get out. And even them exposing the truth of what was going on, look what happened to them. And Tupac wasn't having it. Tupac just said the truth of what it was. And as you can see, my brother, my favorite rapper of all time, paid with the ultimate price. Eminem even talks about this, you know what I'm saying? But there's one thing that separates Eminem from everybody else. I don't even want to get there. Exactly my point. If y'all know, y'all just know. You understand what I'm saying? But that's one elite thing that separates Eminem from, you know, Tupac, Biggie, Kendrick, Michael, Prince, you know, Whitney, and so many others that have to pay the ultimate price. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, God bless her soul. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the ones that did sign their soul to the devil and did not decide to expose it, but they engaged on it and they represented it. They threw up the 6, they covered their eye, they did the whole 9 yards to represent it. But what about those that don't represent it? Like Lupe Fiasco, you know what I'm saying? He exposed Jay-Z, he exposed many others, and as you can see, Lupe Fiasco is not out like he used to be when he was signed up to Jay-Z or whatever, and that's one of the reasons why Lupe Fiasco exposes them. Look what happened to Prodigy, God bless his soul, you know what I'm saying? For exposing the Illuminati, exposing the devil, exposing people that sell their soul to the devil. Look what happened to him as well. Just like K Rhino, one of the baddest rappers, maybe the second best or third best rapper to ever do it in the history of music. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's so underground, because if the mainstream and the industry puts him out there to be put on radios and everywhere else around the world will have a turnaround and they will see differently. This brother is magically with his pen. He is unbelievable with his pen. You know, just like Immortal Technique, just like Hobson, so many others that talk about the Illuminati, that talk about the devils, that talk about the people that sell their souls, government officials that you don't see, that hide, that negotiate these deals, that prophesize these deals, that negotiate these contracts. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want Kendrick to ever fall on that category. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that he ever will, but you never know. So that's why I'm asking everybody out there, do y'all think that Kendrick will ever put himself in that scenario, in that pedigree, and in that path? You understand what I'm saying? Because remember, when you walk in the right path, they always try to get you to turn around and do wrong and get yourself away from that, you know what I'm saying, laboratory, and put yourself in the devil's world. Put yourself in the demon's position. Why? Because they don't like to see good. They don't like to see the good that prophesies to help others to do good and help others to elevate and escalate and be, you know, with God and Jesus Christ the way that we all should be. We live in a very devilish world. But if you are true to yourself and to the pearly gates of heaven and God and Jesus Christ, you will prevail, you will succeed, even through the hardest times. So that's why, Kendrick, man, keep doing what you're doing. Don't sell your soul to the devil. Don't give in, no matter how big and how much the price is. But remember, we all seen what happens to those that end up being on top of the world. They are asked to sell their souls. They are asked for a big price to do the unthinkable. And as you can see, Dave Chappelle didn't did the deal, he left $55 million behind, and Cat Williams just as much as well. You know what I'm saying? How many times he didn't deny a big check because he didn't want to sign his soul to the devil, and he didn't want to give his mind, body, spirit, mentally and physically to the devil, and that's why they got Cat Williams the way that they is today, but they can't stop him. Just like they couldn't stop Dave Chappelle. Just like they can't stop several others. But the ones that they did stop, at one point they had them. But I'm asking, what about Kendrick? Do y'all think that Kendrick will accept the inferno, accept the fire, accept the devil, accept to be permitted to being, you know what I'm saying? Not enter the pearly gates, but withdraw from it because of a price or a deal or a sacrifice that they are forcing or will force him to be driven to, or even, you know what I'm saying, put him in a position where he won't have no choice but to do it, or even threatening him with his career. What do y'all think that Kendrick will do?